Hello again, everyone. This is Joe Henches with Beyond the Chart, and this is technical analysis of the stock market today. Today is Monday, November 3rd, the first trading day of November. We're going to take a look. I've got the NASDAQ. We're going to start up here with the Dow, but we're going to look at the market as you usually do, and then we're going to take a look at Apple, Adobe, and Facebook. Okay, the Dow was up, down 24 points today, actually, and a very tight range, 70 points from high to low. This is the tightest range day. We'll blow it up a little bit. This tightest, smallest range since back here on September 8th. Okay, so a long time. And we're sitting upside. We got this closed Friday above the Keltner channels, sitting up here. First time we've been doing that since back in early June. Okay, and so we're going to continue to watch. No change in my scenario from what I talked about on Saturday. S&P 500, I've still left the lines in here for the broadening top. We got a doji bar right here. It'll be interesting depending on the kind of bar we get tomorrow. This could set up a certain signal. We'll have to wait to see what that is. The NASDAQ, we'll take a look at that next. The NASDAQ, a couple of doji bars in here. Very similar to right over here. What days were these? August 25th and August 26th. Sitting right outside the Keltner channel, right at the top. The other thing to note about this is the gaps in this move, okay? This looks like a breakaway gap of some kind, you know, a blast off type move. A little bit of a runaway gap. Looks like a little bit of a runaway gap. And this could be an exhaustion gap. And, you know, we had the highest volume on that day, the highest volume that it had in what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, like 11 days in like 2 weeks. Okay, so if this is an exhausting gap, this is going to close within 5 days. So we'll just have to watch to see what it does. The next one, New York Composite. Similar type scenario, all the markets today in terms of the indices, the entire market was very tight trading range in here. It did not break above this 78.6 retracement on its move, at least not yet. All right, short-term trading index, no change. Basically sideways. The 10-day is 1.019. The VIX, very tight also because of the trading range today. It was up a little bit, up 0.7, broke the high from Friday. Not sure that we've really got a signal of any kind here yet until we start getting some closes above this 10. Then I'll start to think maybe something is cooking. The high-low has pulled back. The net high, new highs, new lows, 228 more new highs than new lows for the day. So it's pulling back a little bit, but again, nothing in terms of a new signal showing up. Let's see, it's had a pretty big move as we all talked about. All right, let's jump into looking at Apple. Apple's had a pretty good move here the last few weeks, and I think it's coming off this fourth minor wave, bottom of the channel of this upward trending channel here. And so I think we're working a fifth wave. I do think that fifth wave is going to target in up here. Where is this? Around 114. I'm going to guess 114 to 116. That's where I'm going to be looking for this to be topping out on Apple. And then we'll see what happens after that. And the reason I say that is because, okay, if this is the fifth minor moves, this is minor waves, the blue, just the blue bar without the brackets, the blue number without the brackets. So this is working a third intermediate wave. When this fifth minor wave completes, then the third intermediate wave will be complete also. That then means that we're going to have a fourth intermediate wave, and that fourth intermediate wave is going to correct this third wave. Okay, so that's what we've got working. So once we get up in here, I'll be looking for Apple to start to correct and pull back. But I do think it's got a little bit more to the upside. All right, the next one I want to take a look at is Adobe. Adobe's had a pretty good little pop back here too, of course, with the market. The thing that's interesting here with Adobe, I'm not really sure what's going on, but when I scan this back, I'll tell you what I'm doing with the dotted line here in a minute, but I drew a trend line across here, which is a potential neckline. Okay, this has got the potential to develop into a head and shoulders top. And this head, which I really had called a double top, and we had played this, okay, when it broke this valley in here between the two tops, got a nice move. It actually went down and hit the price objective of the double top head. It really almost looks like an island top of this head, because there's a strong gap here and there is a big gap here, okay? And let me zoom in to show you why, okay? Because it closed right up here at $70.73 a share, and then it opened at $68 a share. Now it came back up and closed some of that gap, and then of course with the last 2 days price action, came in and closed a little bit more of that gap, but the gap did create somewhat of an island here. Okay, so it's working in what could be a head. Okay, so let me make sure that that's clear, because we're talking about, you know, a shoulder, a head, and then, you know, okay, so the question mark is what is it going to do? Let me see. Seemed like there was something else. Okay, so now the dotted line, what I've done is I've simply taken this neckline, moved it to the up here in the area of the top of the left shoulder, created a dotted line across. It said, okay, well, here's a potential target if the right shoulder will go to the same height above the neckline as the left shoulder. So again, as I talked about on Saturday, I think it was Saturday or yes, sometime this weekend, let's put it that way. All you can do is develop a scenario you think you're seeing in terms of a pattern, and then watch to see, does it play out to that pattern or not? And so that's what I'm going to be watching for. We'll see what kind of action we get over here on the right-hand side on Adobe. Okay, and then the last one we're going to take a look at is Facebook. I think I may have just had it there and missed it. Okay, Facebook, again, when we talked about broadening tops, this was a broadening top that was really jumping out at me in Facebook. You know, clearly, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And all of these are just playing out exactly the way you would do on a broadening top. And then after the earnings close on Monday night, you know, it broke down on Tuesday. And I think was Tuesday. Hopefully I got the days right. Let's see. And actually, that may have been Wednesday. Yeah, looks like Wednesday. Yeah, Thursday, Friday. Yep. So this was Tuesday, and then the earnings came out after the market closed on Tuesday. That's right, because Monday was Twitter. Tuesday night was Facebook. And I was looking. I wanted to get in, but I didn't. I wasn't seeing anything, and I wasn't totally willing to roll the dice and say, "Oh, well, I think it's a top. I'm just gonna, you know, jump in." You know, I like to see a little bit of a setup. Well, it just broke on down. And so now it's continuing to move down today, down $1.11. So we'll just have to see what it does. Does it come back up and close this gap a little bit before it rolls over? Does it come down, break this low first? Those are all possibilities. We're just going to have to watch to see what happens here on Facebook. So, all right, that's it for tonight. Thanks for checking in. If you felt like the video was helpful, please share it on social media. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Just click on the little red box and you get access to the Trade Ideas webpage, get the free PDF I've got for you, and you get email notification when I have a new post and that type of thing for the website. This has been Joe for Beyond the Chart. Have a great Tuesday, Wednesday, everyone.